Hey Taurus, Happy New Year, and I hope your 2022 is off to a great start. We're going to take a look at the forecast for you guys over the next year using something a little bit different this time, but I hope you all enjoy it and let's get into it. So for my Taurus collective, what do we have for you? Okay. Ooh, lots going on. So we're going to start first with where you are over here with the itty bitty teeny tiny little worry doll. So for my Tauruses, what we have surrounding you is the need for you to work in moderation throughout the next year. So things are looking pretty good from a health standpoint. There's also a need for you to sort of protect yourself and remind yourself to have fun, but within limitations. So this is not the year for you to kind of go balls to the wall and just like do everything to excess. This is really a year about you sort of taking care of yourself, making sure that you protect yourself, that you sort of act in your own best interest, and that you just make sure to sort of temper your energy, where it goes, who you deal with, even things like what it is that you eat, what it is that you sort of watch on TV. So these are all things that you should sort of pay attention to going forward. Now, looking at your starter piece right here with the Moldavite pendant, there is so much going on right now for you. We have the hematite bracelet that also signifies something that is important for you to pay attention to. So this looks like it has to do with sort of hearth and home, the environment that you are sort of operating in right now. There's a need to make it sort of what's a good way to put this, that you are in a place where you're able to take care and sustain yourself. So there feels like a sense of whatever it is that you're doing now, this is the time to sort of keep moving forward, but it's doing it in, again, a very cautious and sort of careful way. It seems as though there are some opportunities that are around you that will present itself to you throughout the year. And this is something that you need to pay particular attention to. It's going to have something to do with your home life, with how you're able to sort of take care of yourself. What it feels like is that there is just, again, there's this sense of being patient. There's this sense of being observant and very cautious as you are sort of moving forward. Now, what we see for you in terms of sort of the seasons, right? Here we have the spring, which is nice. There is a sense of you being headed in the right direction, but there is going to, at some point, be a bit of a decision that you're going to have to make in terms of people who are in your life. There is, especially when it comes to friendships and the folks that you are surrounding yourself with. I do think that things are going to ultimately be okay for you, but it's going to take a little bit of persistence. It's going to take a little bit of diligence for you to get through whatever this situation is that has to deal with your friend circle. I do think that there's some childish behavior that's coming through from them. So that might be what you have to navigate through, whether or not you actually want these folks to be around you, to be in your life. Looking at this little cluster right here, we have your spirit guides that are sort of looking outward. And so I feel like, again, this is sort of tied into this opportunity that's going to present itself to you. That's going to be something you need to give careful consideration to on whether or not you choose to move forward. Now, in the summertime, what we're seeing for you here and sort of going into the winter, we have the sun and we also have the snowflake here, that there are going to be some considerations that are related to your finances. So this is with a thimble on the side. Things are a little bit rocky when it comes to your job or your career. And we have the clothespin here as well. This is a sort of a signal of sort of hanging on. So it feels as though there might be a little bit of rockiness that's coming your way. So you have to make sure that you are able to communicate very clearly to your boss, to your coworkers. It seems as though these challenges are sort of born from miscommunication that's come in towards you. And in this jar here, we have the cat's claw, and that's representative of landing on your feet. So this is, things are going to work out for you. Even though it might be a little bit of a rough patch, things are actually going to be okay when it comes to your money and your career. So just make sure that you sort of pay attention to that. Now, what we have over here is a need to be a little bit flexible, to make sure that you maintain your stability, even if things don't feel stable right now, even if things don't necessarily feel super safe to you. This is a bit of a reminder that Spirit is saying, make sure that you remain grounded. Make sure, because that's the only way that you are going to be able to reach this level of prosperity I think that you're looking to do. So a couple of things to also take note of. We have the muskrat tooth here, and that really signifies sort of being committed to something, right? This is very much the sense of, selecting your path, being smart about it, and making sure that you sort of stay on that path that you've set for yourself. There are some things I think that will probably need to be cleaned up and clarified a little bit by you. Looks like in the first couple of weeks or the first couple of months of the year, that's going to set you up for these opportunities that are coming in. So, one last thing that we have here up at the top, we have the seahorse and we also have the marble. So this signifies a little bit of play. This also signifies strength, right? So there's this sense of you sort of needing to enjoy life, but again, having those boundaries in place, doing things in moderation, not doing things to excess, being very, very smart about how you operate in life and the people that you also have around you. We do see that, as related to this opportunity that's coming into you, Taurus, that you're going to be able to see things clearly, that you are going to be able to make the decision that's best for you. Again, using this moderation, using this temperance that you have. But, to kind of wrap it up, opportunity coming towards you, probably in around fall, sometime in that season, that you're going to need to give some very careful consideration to. That's going to be related to your home life, home and hearth. There's going to be a little bit of turmoil, I think, in your friendship life, but That's going to be a process, where you decide who you want around you and who you don't. Not a bad thing. It looks like everything's going to be just fine. Everything's going to work out for you. We have a caution here for you throughout the year to do everything in moderation, right? To not overextend yourself for any one person or issue, making sure that you take care of yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, all of that good stuff. Keep an eye on your job between the summer and the winter. It feels like there's going to be some challenges in communication that are coming up for you. It's going to leave you a little bit stuck, but you're going to come out fine on the other side of it. So, all in all, looks like a pretty calm year for you, Taurus. I'm not picking up a huge energy when it comes to love or romantic. So it feels as though that's not necessarily something that you're going to be stuck on for the remainder of the year. It might come up a little bit later, but it doesn't feel as though that's going to be what you're primarily focused on for 2022. Lots of activities in the friends and the home area and also in the job area. So, keep an open mind, make space if love comes in, but right now it just doesn't feel like that's the thing that you need to focus on. This is a lot of energy that has to do with you, making sure that you're grounded, making sure that you're balanced. So, Taurus, I'm going to leave it there for you. I hope that this was helpful. Let me know what you think and have a wonderful, wonderful start to the new year.